Hi, it's John. So there's 1 week left in October. This is the last week of October now, 2023. What I'm going to show you now is one of the few times that you'll probably ever get anyone presenting evidence to you that a device has been hacked. I mentioned before more than once in this series of videos that I know that some of my devices were hacked, and obviously by now we know who I suspect did it. In fact, who I believe in my gut with 100% confidence that he's the one that hacked my devices. You know, that he being my brother, right? That he hacked my devices, my phones, several of my phones and computers in the last couple of years. However, most of the time when something like that happens, there's no electronic cookie crumbs left behind. I've talked to IT experts on this, and basically they tell me that even if you were to have a device analyzed, you know, whether it's your phone, computer, tablet, whatever, even if you were to have it analyzed in a computer lab by technicians, they would probably find no evidence of hacking after the fact. In other words, there's nothing left behind because apparently there's no anti-hacking code or built-in software that records when a device is hacked, right? So basically, unless you can record it at the time, unless you can observe it at the time when it's happening, there's not going to be anything left behind in the code of the computer, however to describe that. This is what they told me. And this is what my research further research has verified, that for most devices there's no evidence left behind of hacking after the hack is done, right? There's going to be no electronic cookie crumbs, no little program left behind or anything like that for most hacks, right? But sometimes something is left behind. In fact, it's in other words, if something is installed on the device, then it's left behind, right? Whether it's a virus or a worm or something, right? If it's installed on the device, and if it's not removed by the hacker or by anyone else, then basically then there is something left behind, right? So basically, with all my other hacks, all the other times my other stuff was hacked, and I know it was hacked, okay? I know it was hacked. These were not malfunctions, because the weird stuff that happened to my devices happened only after, like usually within 24 hours of me having a disagreement or an argument through text with my brother, okay? And then weird stuff would happen, like my phone would turn on and off by itself 4 or 5 times in a row. And then after it would go back to normal. There'd be no way to prove that happened, right? Unless I was making a video of it while it was happening, right? You know, which I wasn't, right? Then other stuff, you know, downloads would get stopped halfway through. I'd be downloading something from a site, you know, either a podcast or music from a site that I downloaded stuff before, no problems. And then then all of a sudden, you know, within 24 hours of me having some disagreement with my brother, then the download would stop halfway through or at a particular time, representing a significant number to him, right? We all know about the significant numbers by now, right? For example, it might stop at 927, or a YouTube video or a video on some other site may stop at 927 or some other significant number, right? In other words, it's like he's giving me yet another sign, you know, that he's behind it, right? So again, all of this stuff started happening before I suspected the airplane crashes or the cell tower hacks or the radio tower hacks. And I'll get more into that in some future series too about radio tower hacks. And I have pretty strong evidence that some radio towers were hacked because it wasn't always just dead air. It was some weird sounds that were being broadcast on at least some radio stations. I have recordings of that. I'll put in some future videos. Again, I got so much information to put out there. I can't do it all at once. So I'm saying it'll probably be the end of 2024 before all the information is out there. And because who knows what other new information will come with new hacks, you know, whether it's my devices or new crashes, you know, that I hear about on the news that have suspicious circumstances surrounding them. Anyway, here's a phone I'm going to show you now that it used to work like when you would start typing a text to someone, it would be like you would get the predictive text like you would normally get, right? Like if you type in, you know, the word hi, then it might give you a name that you typed a text to before and it remembered it, right? It might say hi, Jim, Mark, Jane, whatever, right? Just by you typing in the word hi, you'll get the predictive text underneath the text bar on your phone when you're typing it, right? You know, that's normal, right? And this is how it used to function before. But then after I had it for a few weeks or maybe a month at the most, then this phone started doing predictive text, but it wasn't real predictive text. Every time I started a new paragraph, it would say, hey, hi, John, okay? I have a video of that that I made before. I'm going to put a screenshot of that on a future video because I won't be able to fit it in here because I don't have my screenshots ready on my computer. So I'm going to put that in the next video. I'm going to show you that screenshot from the video I made of when this first started happening a couple of months ago. This one here, I'm going to show you now that it says the same thing, but a different version of it. It just changed tonight, I guess, because my brother figured I was going to make a video of it tonight, so then he changed it. I believe he put in another program, another virus into the phone, so that it doesn't say, "Hey, hi, John." It says something else now. I'll show you. And I got to flip the screen. Okay, on the camcorder down. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a fake phone number, okay? I just put this phone number here for the purposes of showing you this, okay? But at this point, the phone doesn't know that it's a fake phone number until I try sending the text. It's not about the phone number. It's about what happens when I start texting, okay? So I'm going to now say hi. Now you see when I typed in hi, what happened? That's normal predictive text. Hi, his, and then some type of hand wave, because I'm sure I've used those before on text, right? So it remembers that, right? But watch what happens. Okay, and then also these are names of real people I texted before, right? Mark, Gary, and then a sign, right? A hand gesture sign, right? Okay, so that's all fine. So basically the predictive text is working as it should at this point, right? So now I'm just going to basically just put in a few letters, to show you that this is still working. Like, okay, so there, D, 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 right? These are just, so again, it's just repeating the same letters. And if I put in a word like cat, well, then, it's going to say cat, cats, and it even has a symbol of a cat, right? So this is normal predictive text, right? So far, there's no problem, right? But watch what happens. Watch what happens. I'm just going to the new paragraph. Actually, I can do it fast to the next paragraph. I can do it just by pressing the little arrow at the bottom, right? So this little arrow here, this is going to start a new paragraph, right? Watch what happens when I start a new paragraph. Watch what happens. I didn't press it right there. Okay. You see what happened there? Hi, hey, John. That's what happened when I started a new paragraph, okay? Now, there's no reason for that to come up because you saw what words I typed earlier, right? When I typed in hi, it only said hi, and then it had the wave symbol, and it had Mark, and it had Gary. It didn't say hi, hey, John, right? So why did it say that? I'm starting a new paragraph here, right? This is a new paragraph, right? There's no reason for it to say that. Look at where the cursor is that's flashing. It's on a new paragraph. You can see, look. You can see it's a new paragraph, right? Now, I'll put in some letters here, just some stupid letters, blah, 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 right? So again, now it's back to like a normal predictive text, right? At the bottom here, right? Normal, right? Like, for example, I can put in, cat, I put in cat before, I can put in dog now, right? And then, there are dogs, right? So, a symbol of a dog, right? So, and again, I can put in a hi. I didn't space it out there. I can put in a hi. And again, it's going back to like what was before. Hi, his, right? It's all, it's all regular predictive text, right? And the first time was a hi with a capital, right? And I can do it with a capital again. It's not going to make a difference. I can put it with a capital. And again, it's with a capital hi, right? And what happens? Hi. And then you got a name there, a very common name like Smith. In this case, it's Hiscock, and then basically there it's another symbol, right? Okay. So again, it's normal predictive text, right? And then now I put in I just spaced it out again, and it's put in, Mark, because it's still thinking I might say hi to Mark, or I might, I could, put in, I could just put in, letters like how are you, how, and then it's got the word how there, and then also it thinks maybe I'm going to say Howard, right? Okay, so it's a new sentence and still no problem, right? It's still doing the normal predictive text, right? Because it's a new sentence, That's not the problem. It's when it's a new paragraph. Watch what happens again when I press this arrow to start a new paragraph, right? This arrow at the bottom. Just like I did before. See this arrow at the bottom? When I press it, this starts a new paragraph, okay? Again, you see I just pressed it? The phone slipped a little bit down the computer, but you saw me press, because I got it on top of the laptop. The laptop is closed on my lap, right? And it just slipped again, right? So the phone slipped down. But you see what happened here is it says, hi, hey, John again, right? Anytime I start a new paragraph, it says, hi, hey, John, okay? Now, this is a Sanyo phone. It's a piece of crap. I'm not advertising for it. You can't take the battery out, but it's a Sanyo phone. Not a Sanyo. Sorry. The camcorder. Fuck. The phone is a Samsung. I'm not advertising. I'm just telling you it's a Samsung from either 2023 or last year. I bought it this year. They said it's a 2023 model. I can't find a manual. I don't know if it's 2023 or if it's 2022. The point is, it's a Samsung phone from this year that I bought, so it's either this year's model, or it's from 2022, right? But it's less than a year old. It's a Samsung. You can see it's a big, stupid Samsung that's about 7 inches long, maybe 7.5 inches long, and 2.5 inches across, and you can't take the battery out, okay? So if you want to, if you have one of these phones, or you know someone who does, try it out. You're not going to get the same. It's not going to happen for you. When you start a new paragraph, it's not going to say, hi, hey, John. I believe that my brother programmed this stupid thing, sent some type of stupid program to this phone to make it say, hi, hey, John. And before, a couple months ago, it used to say, hey, hi, John. Now it says, hi, hey, John. The point is, it does that every time I start a new paragraph, right? I'll show you again. So this paragraph we just started, we'll just put in some stupid, letters here, right? Again, it's doing regular predictive text there, right? It goes back to doing regular predictive text. It's only at the beginning of the paragraph that those words pop up with my name on it, right? Only that part has been hacked, programmed to say that, right? The rest of it stays predictive text, right? Throughout the, afterwards, right? It goes back to normal predictive text, as you can see. But watch again what happens when I press the new paragraph, okay? Again, I'm pressing that stupid little symbol the little arrow at the bottom to start a new paragraph, okay? I want to get it all on the shot. So look at the screen when I press it. Look what I'm doing. I'm pressing here. And again, a new paragraph, and look what popped up again. Hey, hi, John, or hi, hey, John, right? It's blurry because of the stupid camcorder, but it'll smooth out. The autofocus will smooth out like it always does. You can see, though, even when it's blurry, what it says. It says, hi, hey, John, right? Taking longer than that usual to clear up. It's like this damn camcorder knows I want it to clear up because I'm approaching the 15-minute mark almost, and I gotta keep this video under 15 minutes like all of them. But you can see it says, hi, hey, John. I'm just going to leave it here now until it clears up. It has to clear up in the next 2 minutes before this video ends. That's what it says. You can see, even though it's blurry, even though it's blurry, you can see that's what it says. It says, hi, hey, John. And the fucking thing won't clear up. I only got like a minute left. Now you may think, what? I already showed you before, when I press hi, that doesn't happen when I press hi, right? I showed you in the first sentence when I press hi. It's not normal predictive text. When I pressed hi, this didn't come up. If this was normal predictive text, every time I say hi, that would come up, but it doesn't. Because watch, I'll put in hi again with a capital, right? H I. And again, the phone slid a bit on the computer, on the laptop, on the closed laptop, so it slid a bit, but you can still see the screen. Again, as soon as I type in hi, it goes back to normal predictive text. Hi, his, and then the hand symbol, right, like a wave, right? So again, it's only when I start each new paragraph, I'll do it one more time. I'll press the little arrow on the bottom. Again, you saw it. This time it's more clear. Hi, hey, John. Okay, and again, it's a new paragraph. Look at where the cursor is, right? Look at where the cursor is. It's a new paragraph, and it says, "Hi, hey, John."